Welcome back to Cowabunga Ranger Talk. Today's episode we're going to be looking at the Super 7 Rock and Roll Turtles, specifically finishing the set, and it's been a long time coming. Here I have classic rocker Leonardo. They didn't make Raph, but I did cover Raph in another episode, and I did cover Donnie, the rock and roll version, or the punk version if you will, in another episode. The only one I didn't get to actually cover much was Mikey, and you know what? Since I'm saying it, I might as well kind of look at him now before we get into Leo, because Leo's got all the stuff to him. So he's got your regular Super 7 stuff. This figure was missing a couple of pieces, and I got him off eBay, so I had to make up the hat myself, but I think it looks alright. He's got his little chain. He's missing some of his accessories and things like that, but it's alright. And I kind of like the soft head instead of the more screaming head. There wasn't another head option or things like that. The knee bends, they're a little gappy for me, like you see that, but what are you gonna do? At least he's not broken or anything like that. Show you the back. He's got his two little speakers. Here he's got a little chain. The original figure had a lot more stuff to him, but to be fair, this figure is as is, and it's a modern interpretation of Rappin' Mike. And since we're talking so much about him, I might as well show you what the actual Rappin' Mike looks like. So the Rappin' Mike has the glasses. He's got a more grinned out head. He's also got a big, chain clock on him. I think this kind of does the trick for it. He's also got his disc player here, which this figure obviously doesn't. Also, I think here the colors are a lot nicer than in the original, because this comes off very dark. It's almost like the orange hues is almost it's almost a Raph, really, but it's still missing some I'm missing all of my accessories actually for the original vintage line, but still, to finish the team off, that's what he's looking like. Head is on a swivel there. Now let me put him down. As they tend to do. And let's look at this bad boy here. This is Leonardo. So you can see there, he comes with all of his little accessories and things. Now let's look at the back of him. If you want to pause there, it says classic rocker Leo, the leader of Loud. You can read that as you leisure. Now let's tear into this guy, see what he's all about. Alright, now let me move the camera down a little. Let's see what we're dealing with here. So the back tray doesn't really come with anything but the stand and a strap for the guitar. Which is really, wow. That these figures are even in hand, they're kind of like something nice, so you don't always look a gift horse in the mouth. Sometimes you gotta. What are you gonna do? Now Leo's got some zip ties to him. By the way, little anecdote while I do this. G.I. Joe has a figure of CoverGirl that looks a lot like April from the Red Sky years of Ninja Turtles. So if you're looking for a stand-in for that, you might want to check that out. It's going on clearance right now, so I think it's very comparative to this line. So the G.I. Joe Ultimates show his little rocking out head. Comes with these glasses, the guitar, his sword, which I like. Pop out there. Got his little glasses there. Now for the hands, I'm not gonna take them all out for, you know what? I think I have to actually, because you can't do anything with these fisted hands. There we go. That fits in fine. And for fun, I guess. Oh, I didn't see this. He's got his little guitar pick molded onto the hand, which I like. I like that a lot. It means he can't hold anything else, but I did want to show that off. Let's see if I can give him another holding hand so he can hold something. There we go. All right, let's see. Okay, so he's not super loose. Mikey's kind of loose. Alright, so he kicks about that far out. He does bend pretty good right there, so it looks like he could sit down. This figure is done right, so I did have to pay pretty close to retail for him, but I really don't have a problem with how he turned out overall. Very good job by Super 7, giving me this Leo that I needed to finish out the core team. Everything is nice and snug. Very cool. Now here, the guitar katanas. These are a nice touch. This was actually in the original toy, but I don't think the original toy had the ability to actually pop them off. Since he's Leo, let's see what it looks like holding one of these. Oh, bad boys. Alright. That don't look too shabby right there. He's Leonardo. So you always gotta give him a sword, even the guitar sword. Looking pretty good. Let's see here. He's got these glasses. Which are okay. That's another look if you want to go that way. Actually pretty cool. I like that look as well, but these glasses already look like they're not gonna stand the test of time. So no need to break that. So what do I think of this figure? Where are we going? What did we do? Was he worth the wait? Well, let's see if he wants to even stand. There we go. That kind of looks like they're his backup singers. So that looks kind of all right. Let's see if I can mess with the little scenery a little more. Change them up. This is a fun set to have. If you're interested in making your own raft to finish out the team or what have you, check out the channel. I more or less go over how to make one on your own because you're gonna have to. Let's see here. I've seen other people say that this is hard to peg on, the little strap to the guitar, but I think it's actually pretty precise. Another trick is the other one. See if I can get the other one in. Come on. Okay. So now he's got his guitar strap on. Pull away a little bit. Yeah, so they're not the greatest of balance figures in the world, but let's see if I can get them to even stand up. Because they are what they are. And as long as it took me to make these or like get them together. See, half of the fun and toys is like posing them so they look like they're alive and stuff. With these, I think it's more the trick to get them all to stand up and look like they're getting it in, but clutter out of the way. And I think that looks all right. Not perfect, but for what it was, it's fun. It's another team of Ninja Turtles finally completed, which is, as a completist, that's always cool. Now let me show you something a little different. Here we are. This is the original vintage line With the Super 7 Ultimates versions, you could see what the original rock and roll Raph looked like. He was a heavy metal Raph, I believe. Then we get Rappin' Mike with his, vintage counterpart. Right there we have classic rocker Leo. And finally, at the corner, and this plastic that they used for Donnie was real glossy, because the figure is glossy everywhere, is Punker Don. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was fun making it and getting all of these figures finally together for this one big shot. Thanks, and for more, check out more episodes here on Cowabunga Ranger Talk. Till next time, bye.